What's up, people? Salty McFly. We doing a vlog style with the gameplay in the background today because I want to talk about something that's a little more serious. I'm usually on here being an idiot and whatnot and that whole shenanigans. You know the deal with this channel. I got a message the other day on the PlayStation from a subscriber. I'm not gonna say who it was or anything like that. I got asked a question that I didn't think I was going to get with the size of my channel. You know what I mean? I know a lot of bigger YouTubers get people asking them questions and different things about life and stuff like that. And I didn't think I was going to get anything like that, but I did. And it kind of took me back a little bit. You know what I mean? Essentially, they were asking me how they should deal with, you know, like haters or bullies, you know what I mean, at school. So it kind of took me back. You know, I was sitting there, I was just watching Netflix, and all of a sudden a message popped up, and I checked it out, and I essentially said just to ignore them. You know, just to keep doing what you're doing, do what makes you happy. You know, high school doesn't last forever. School doesn't last forever. It might seem like it does when you're in it, but believe me, it doesn't. And then as soon as you're done with that, even when you go into college, it's a completely new thing because a lot of people get stuck in the school system that they're in. And then once they get, you know, people think a certain way about them, it's hard to shake that. Some people go to school at kindergarten and they're in with the same kids all the way up through high school. And when you're in a situation like that, it's hard to shake, you know, what other people think about you, even though you might not be that same person, or you might have just gotten a bad rap right from the beginning. But for me, it was completely different situation with school. By the time I went into high school was the 8th school that I went to. I went to a lot of different schools growing up. And essentially, it was like the way if you do the average, it's like a little over a year I was changing schools pretty much. It wasn't like that. Some years I was bouncing around. I went to like 3 different schools, I think, in 1 year, one time. And it wasn't because I was getting in trouble or getting expelled or anything like that. It was just the situation that I was in. It was inevitable that things were going to change like that. And my experience with high school was I didn't know anybody. I was going to a completely new city, a new town. I didn't know a single person at all. And the reason why I didn't go to high school where I was living at the time is because the high school there was just bad. It was awful. It was so bad that it wasn't even credited. You know what I mean? You can go there, you can go to your high school for 4 years, do what you got to do, but you get your diploma, but no one would recognize that diploma at all. You know, no college would recognize it as a diploma, jobs, anything like that. I mean, it was so bad. The area was so bad. The people who went there were so bad. The teachers did not give a shit. That's how bad it was. So luckily for me, there was a high school about 20 minutes away from where we lived, and they were taking in kids from other cities and towns and things like that because they didn't have enough kids to fill up their freshman year class. So what we did was we applied, we sent in like report cards and different grades and different things like that, and luckily for me, they accepted me. So I was going through, like I said, to a high school with completely new kids, new everything. The scenario was different. It was like I was going from, I don't want to say it was the ghetto. It was going from the ghetto to a place where there was literally like a farm right down the street from the high school. I mean, it was ridiculous how different it was for me. It was like a culture shock, you know? But when I went into high school, I did whatever I could to fit in. You know, I dressed like they did. I did whatever I could. Back then, the thing that was in was like Abercrombie and American Eagle, things like that. I don't know if people still wear that now, but that's what was in over there. That's what everybody was wearing. So we didn't have a lot of money, and Abercrombie and American Eagle, stuff like that is expensive. So I didn't have a lot of Abercrombie stuff, but I did have some American Eagle things. It was like the cheaper version of Abercrombie, essentially, was American Eagle. And we would go buy like the t-shirts like off the clearance rack and things like that. So I would have some of that. I tried so hard to fit in, and it worked. You know, I had like my group of friends. I was pretty much cool with everyone. I wasn't, you know, the most popular kid, obviously, and I wasn't, you know, in those groups like that. But at the same time, it was cool with everyone. But I always felt like a little guilty, you know what I mean? Like, these people don't really know me. Like, I'm trying to do whatever I can to fit in with them. And it was about maybe halfway through freshman year, 3/4 of the way through, I just said, screw it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. I'm going to be who I am. And, you know, I was ready for like the backlash that I was going to get. So just pretty much overnight, I stopped wearing that stuff. I started wearing what I would wear at home. And back then, it was a lot of baggier. Clothes were a lot baggier. Clothes were a lot different. What I loved was don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. It is what it is. You guys right now in school are gonna look back on what you're wearing, and you're gonna be like, you know what? It's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? But at the time, it's not. At the time, it was cool. So I would like to wear like Echo sweatsuits, the whole suit. I got the hoodie with the matching sweatpants, baggied out, all that stuff. So baggy to the point where I still have them, and they still fit me. They fit me better now than they did when I was in school. So I just started wearing that stuff, you know what I mean? And like my core group of friends that I still talk to today, they didn't care. They were cool with it, you know what I mean? We were into the same type of music, same type of things like that. Some people did care, you know? I would hear things sometimes. People would say like, why are you wearing these sweatpants? You know, it's like you're wearing your pajamas to school. Things like that, and that's fine, you know? I wasn't that type of person to, you know, really get upset about stuff like that. I just didn't care, you know? If you didn't like me for who I was, then screw it, you know what I mean? I don't want you around me, pretty much. So after a while, though, I think people started to just respect the fact that I was doing my own thing, you know, and it didn't change who I was. The funny thing about that is, towards the end of freshman year, you start seeing other people wearing sweatpants, the baggy sweatpants, the different things like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to say that I started that whole thing, but because where I was living, people were wearing that shit all over the place. It's just essentially that where I was at in school, I don't think it made it out there yet. I was just doing my own thing. And then sophomore year came around, I was still wearing that stuff. And then you started seeing a lot more of it. Started seeing the hoodies, the Echo hoodies, the Sean John stuff, the Fat Farm shit back in the day. That's what it was. And it was awesome. And to the point where I'd walk into school and I'd see someone wearing the exact same shit that I was wearing freshman year. I'd be like, dude, I got that at home. That's the cement colored Echo suit with the red logos on the front and on the sweatpants. I got them shits. Copying my style, son. It ain't right. What are you doing? But no, it was cool, you know. I was pretty much lucky throughout high school. No one ever really had any problems with me. I was always just cool with everyone. Like, I wasn't really that outgoing. Like now you see me in videos and being an idiot and stuff like that. I was like this with my friends, but not just in class. I wasn't like this, you know. And it took, once I knew you, once I knew what kind of person you were, then this all started. You got to see me as me, you know. Never had a problem with anybody. No one ever wanted to like fight me or anything like that, you know. It was I enjoyed high school. I did. I really did. The classes and the work and schoolwork and things like that I did not like, but everything else I really liked. You know, I met some really good friends. I met a lot of people who you think that are your friends, but as soon as high school ends, you completely lose contact with a lot of people. I'd say like 95% of the people you lose contact with now, like social media and everything. You'll probably still talk to them, you know, on Facebook or whatever. But actually seeing these people, speaking to them, and like hanging out with them and things like that, a lot of that's gonna change. You know what I mean? And I was totally cool with that. You know, you get to see who your real, true friends are, and like the people that I still talk to now, I know that I'm gonna talk to for the rest of my life. That's just how it is. Yeah, that's just how I dealt with high school. This is a long commentary. I apologize, but I felt like I should share a little bit more about myself and the different things going on, and maybe this might help somebody going through school or high school that, you know what I mean, just might not necessarily fit in. But that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like the video, please subscribe. Tell everybody you know about Scythe McFly's channel. Till the next time. Fuck is up with my hair, yo? Look at that shit. Who cut that shit? I don't know. I got white shit in my ears. Pause.